This is the Sakar Murli of the 7th of June 2025. Essence. Sweet children, from being worshippers, you are now becoming worthy of worship. The worthy of worship Father has come to make you as worthy of worship as himself. Question. What determined faith do you children have inside you? Answer. You have the determined faith that whilst you are alive, you won't let go of the Father until you have claimed your full inheritance from him, that you will leave your old bodies in remembrance of Baba and go back home with him. Baba is showing us the easy way to go home. Song. Salutations to Shiva. Om Shanti. Many people keep saying Om Shanti. You children also say Om Shanti. Each soul within says Om Shanti. However, souls neither know themselves nor the Father accurately. Although they call out to the Father, he says, "No one knows me as I am or what I am accurately." This one, Brahma, says, "I didn't know myself as to who I am or where I have come from." Souls are male, they are sons. The Father is the Supreme Soul. Therefore, amongst themselves, souls are brothers. Then, when they enter bodies, some are called male and some female. However, no human being knows accurately what a soul is. You children now receive this knowledge, which you will then take with you. There you have the knowledge of being a soul, that you leave your old body and take a new one. You carry the recognition of the soul with you. Previously, you didn't even know what a soul is. You also didn't know for how long you have been playing a part. Even now, many still don't fully understand themselves. They know themselves in their gross forms, and they also remember a large lingam form. Very few have remembrance whilst knowing, I, this soul, am a point, and the Father too is a point. Everyone's intellect is number-wise. Some understand very well and start to explain to others. You explain, consider yourself to be a soul and remember the Father. He alone is the purifier. First of all, people have no recognition of souls. Therefore that has to be explained. It is only when they have faith that each one is a soul that they can then know the Father. It is because they don't understand what a soul is that they are not fully able to know the Father. You children now know that we souls are points. Each tiny soul has a part of 84 births recorded in him. You have to explain this as well. Otherwise, they would just say that this knowledge is very good and that you show a very good path to find God. However, they wouldn't know, who am I, or who is the Father? They would just say, it is very good, it is very good. Some even say that you are turning them into atheists. You know that no one else understands this knowledge. You explain, We are now becoming worthy of worship. We no longer worship anyone because we are the children of the one who is the most worthy of worship, God, the highest on high. He is the most worthy of worship, elevated Father, Pita Shri. You children now know that the elevated Father has made us belong to him and is teaching us. He is the only highest on high, worthy of worship one. No one other than him can make us worthy of worship. Worshippers definitely make others into worshippers. Everyone else in the world is a worshipper. We have now found the one who is worthy of worship, who is making us equal to himself. He has made us stop worshipping. He takes us back with himself. This is a dirty world. It is a land of death. Devotion begins when the kingdom of Ravan begins. You change from being worthy of worship into worshippers. Then the Father has to come to make you worthy of worship from worshippers. You are now becoming worthy of worship deities. Each soul plays a part through his body. The Father is making you souls pure in order to make you into worthy of worship deities. Therefore, you children have been given this method. Remember the Father, so that you can change from worshippers into those who are worthy of worship, because that Father is worshipped by all. Those who have been worshippers for half a cycle then become worthy of worship for half a cycle. This too is a part of the drama. No one knows the beginning, the middle, or the end of this drama. You children now come to know this from the Father, and you then explain it to others. The foremost thing that you have to explain is, consider yourself to be a soul, a point. The Father of souls is the incorporeal one. He is the knowledgeful one. He comes here and teaches us. He explains the secrets of the beginning, the middle and the end of the world. The Father only comes once. You only have to know him once. He only comes once at this confluence age. He comes and purifies this old impure world. Now, according to the drama plan, the Father has come. This is nothing new. I come in this way, cycle after cycle. There cannot be a difference of even a second in this. Each of you children accepts in your heart that Baba truly is giving you souls this true knowledge. Then after a cycle, the Father will have to come again. You will come to know again in the next cycle what you now know from the Father. You also know that the old world is now going to be destroyed, and that you will then go and play your parts in the Golden Age. You will become golden-aged residents of heaven. Your intellects remember this. By remembering this, you remain happy. This is your student life. We are studying to become the residents of heaven. Your happiness should be stable until this study ends. The Father explains, that this study will continue until all the materials for destruction are ready. You understand that there will definitely be a fire. Preparations for that are being made. They are becoming so hot-tempered with one another. Everywhere there are many different types of armies. They are all getting ready to fight. Someone or other creates such a problem that it would definitely lead to war. Destruction has to happen as it did in the previous cycle. You children will see it. Previously too you saw how from one spark such a great war took place. They all threatened to use big bombs against each other. When death comes in front of them, they have no choice but to make more bombs. In the last war too, those bombs were used. It was destined to happen. There are now thousands of such bombs. You children definitely have to explain that the Father has now come to take everyone back home. Everyone is calling out, "O Purifier, come, take us away from this dirty world to a pure world." You children know that there are two pure worlds, liberation and liberation in life. Every soul will become pure and go back to the land of liberation. This world of sorrow, which is also called a land of death, is to be destroyed. At first you were in a land of immortality. Then, whilst going around the cycle, you came into this land of death. That land of immortality is now being established once again. There is no untimely death. This is why it is called a land of immortality. Although these terms are mentioned in the scriptures, no one understands their real meanings. You also know that Baba has now come, and that this land of death definitely has to be destroyed. This is 100% certain. The Father explains, you souls must become pure with the power of yoga. Remember me and your sins will be absolved. However, some children are not even able to remember this much. Some effort has to be made to claim your inheritance, the kingdom, from the Father. Stay in remembrance as much as possible. Check yourself. For how long am I able to stay in remembrance? How many others do I remind to do this? Man above is not a mantra, it is remembrance of the Father. Let go of body consciousness. You are souls. Those bodies are your chariots. You do so much work through them. You will once again experience becoming deities of the Golden Age and ruling there. At that time you are soul conscious in a practical way. A soul will say, "This body of mine has become old. I will leave this one and take a new one." There is no question of sorrow there. Here, people make so much effort and take medicines, etc., that doctors prescribe in order for them not to leave their bodies. You children mustn't become fed up with your bodies, even in sickness. You understand that you have to claim your inheritance from the Father while living in your bodies. It is by having remembrance of Shiv Baba that you become pure. This is the effort to make. However, you first have to know what a soul is. The main aspect for you is the pilgrimage of remembrance. While in remembrance, we will leave here and go back to the soul world where we will reside. That is our abode of peace. Only you know and remember the abode of peace and the abode of happiness. No one else has this knowledge. Those who claimed their inheritance from the Father a cycle ago will claim it again. The main thing is the pilgrimage of remembrance. The pilgrimages of the path of devotion are now coming to an end. Even the path of devotion will come to an end. What is the path of devotion? Only when there is this knowledge can that be understood. They think that they can find God by doing devotion. They don't understand what the fruit of devotion is that He gives us. You children now understand that the Father definitely gives you your inheritance of the kingdom of heaven. He gave all of you your inheritance of heaven. The king, queen and subjects were all residents of heaven. The Father says, 5,000 years ago I made you into the residents of heaven. I am now making you into those again. Then you will again take 84 births in this way. Keep this in your intellects. Don't forget it. Let this knowledge that the Father has of the beginning, middle and end of the world trickle into the intellects of you children. How do we take 84 births? We are now claiming our inheritance from Baba. We have taken it from the Father many times before. The Father says, claim it in the way you did before. The Father continues to teach everyone. He continues to caution you and tells you to imbibe divine virtues. Check yourselves as detached observers and see to what extent you are making effort. Some of you think that you are making effort very well. You think, I continue to make preparations for exhibitions, etc., so that everyone can come to know that God the Father has come. The poor people are in a deep sleep of ignorance. They don't understand anything of this knowledge. Therefore, they definitely consider devotion to be more elevated. Did you have any of this knowledge before? You have now come to know that the Father is the ocean of knowledge. He is the one who gives you the fruit of your devotion. Those who have done a lot of devotion will receive more fruit. They are the ones who study very well in order to claim an elevated status. These are such sweet matters. Everything is made easy so that it can be explained to the old mothers, etc. Consider yourselves to be souls and remember the Father. The highest on high is God Shiva. It is said, salutations to the Supreme Soul Shiva. He says, constantly remember me alone, and your sins will be absolved. That's all. He doesn't give you any other difficulty. As you make further progress, you will continue to remember Shiv Baba. We have to claim our inheritance. We will definitely claim our inheritance from the Father while we are alive. Those who leave their bodies while in remembrance of Shiv Baba will carry those sanskars with them. They will definitely go to heaven. They will receive their fruit according to the extent of their yoga. The main thing is to stay in remembrance as much as possible while walking and moving along. The burdens of sins on your heads have to be removed. Only remembrance is needed for this. The Father doesn't give you any other difficulty. He knows that you children have had to face many difficulties for half a cycle. I have therefore now come to show you an easy path for you to claim your inheritance. Simply remember the Father. Although you used to remember him previously, you had none of this knowledge. The Father has now given you this knowledge. Remember me in this way, and your sins will be absolved. Although many people worship and remember Shiva a great deal, they don't recognize him. The Father himself comes at this time and gives his introduction and says, "Remember me." You understand that you now know him well. You say that you are going to Bapdada. The Father has taken this lucky chariot. The lucky chariot is very famous. It is through this chariot that the Father speaks this knowledge to you. This too is a part played in the drama. Cycle after cycle, he enters this lucky chariot. You know that this is the same one who is also called Ugly and Beautiful One. Only you understand this, but people gave him the name Arjuna. The Father explains accurately how Brahma becomes Vishnu and how Vishnu becomes Brahma. You children now understand that you belong to the land of Brahma and that you will belong to the land of Vishnu. It takes 84 births to go from the land of Vishnu to the land of Brahma. What you are hearing now has been explained to you many times. The Father now says to souls, "Just constantly remember me alone, and your sins will be absolved." This is why you should also experience happiness. By becoming pure in this final birth, you will become the masters of the pure world. So why should you not become pure? You are brahmakumars and brahmakumaris, children of the one Father, and yet it still takes you time to change your attitude from the physical. Gradually, by the end, you will reach your karmatit stage. It is impossible for anyone to have a karmatit stage at this time. When you reach your karmatit stage, you will not keep your bodies. You will all have to shed them, and the war will begin. There needs to be remembrance of the one Father alone, and this requires effort. Acha. To you, sweetest beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the Mother, the Father, Bapdada. The Spiritual Father says Namaste to you, spiritual children, And the spiritual children say Namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for Dharna 1. Check yourself as a detached observer and see to what extent you are making effort. While moving along and doing everything, for how long do you stay in remembrance of the Father? 2. Never become fed up with your body. You have to claim your inheritance from the Father while living in your body. In order to become a resident of heaven, study fully in this life. Blessing. May you experience the stage of being free from bondage by performing every action as a Trikaldashi and a detached observer, and you will become an example. If you do everything while stable in the Trikaldashi stage and know the beginning, middle and end of your every action, none of your actions will become sinful. They will always be pure actions. In the same way, when you do everything as a detached observer, you will not become a soul in karmic bondage while doing anything. Because the fruits of your actions will be elevated, you will form relationships through your actions, not bondages. While doing everything, remain detached and loving, and you will become an example in front of many souls. Slogan. Those whose minds are constantly content remain double light. Aviat signal. Practice being in the stage of soul consciousness. Be introverted. Powerful thoughts will enable you to accumulate soul power. That is, you will accumulate energy, and you will also use your time in a worthwhile way. Wasteful thoughts will make you waste your energy and time. Therefore, now stop creating wasteful thoughts. It is this creation that disturbs the soul, the Creator. So constantly maintain this pride. I, this soul, am a master, almighty authority. I am a powerful soul. And you will never be disturbed. You will become one who finishes the disturbance of others. Om Shanti.